Up next, your start list is on your screen. The men's 5,000 meters. Junior men's 5,000. The favorite is Paul Luevino, the Patriot League outdoor 5,000 meter champion and indoor 3,000 meter champion as a freshman at Boston University. Luevino part of a field of 16. Darren Harmon of Utah State, Rob Leveroni, Robinson Snyder, Luevino, Nick Wolk from the University of Pittsburgh, number 3 seed coming in with a time of 14:16:12. Then it's Owen Wu, Joshua Schumacher, Drew Dorflinger. He was the Patriot League indoor 5,000 champion. So this race has the indoor and outdoor Patriot League 5,000 meter champions. Iowa's Carson Sommer, Caleb Covell of Buffalo, the number 7 seed overall. Ryan Kutch from Fordham. He's the number 5 seed in this event. Alec Haynes, the number 2 seed out of Oklahoma State. Daniel Schaffer, Luke Sampson from Iowa, Michigan's Jacob Branch, and Isaac Harding rounding out the field of 16 in the men's 5,000. Luevino has the best 5,000 meter PR of this field. He's run 14:10:95. For Alec Haynes, he didn't run a 5,000 this season. In fact, this will be his first 5,000 on the track in his life, but his 3,000 conversion is speedy. He ran the 3,000 in 8:17:72. Nick Wolk, the number 3 seed, was 23rd at the ACC Indoor Championships, 14th at the ACC Outdoor Championships representing Pitt. And Drew Dorflinger was the 5,000 meter champion for Bucknell at the Patriot League Indoor Championships this year as a freshman. And then Ryan Kutch for Fordham rounds out the top 5 seeds. Kutch, only a freshman from Holtsville, New York, won the Atlantic 10,000 meter championship this season. Seeing each athlete introduced, that was Harmon, Levrone, Snyder, now the favorite Paul Luevino. Then it's Nick Wolk, Owen Wu, Joshua Schumacher, Drew Dorflinger. After Drew Dorflinger, you see hip number 9 and Carson Sommer of Iowa. Wrapping up the back row in this waterfall start, here's Caleb Covell of the University of Buffalo. Caleb Covell was 5th in the 5,000 at the MAC Outdoor Championships this season, 6th in the 3,000 at the MAC Indoor Championships. There's Ryan Kutch wearing hip number 11. Oklahoma State's Alec Haynes wears hip number 12. Daniel Schaffer wears hip number 13 out of the University of Binghamton. Luke Sampson wears hip number 14. He runs for Iowa. Michigan's Jacob Branch wears hip number 15. And then rounding out the field of 16, it's Isaac Harding, also out of Michigan. Again, 12.5 laps around the track here in hot, steamy Sacramento. Top 2 advance to the USA Junior National Team, and they'll compete at the Junior Pan Am Games in Peru in July. Right off the bat, Paul Luevino shoots out quickly. Seen him run at Patriot League Championships, and he likes to work from the front and run his pace. Luevino ran 14:10:95 this year to win the Patriot League Outdoor 5,000 meter championship. Competed at the NCAA East Regionals in the 5,000 as well. He's from out west, a Los Angeles, California native. 9th in the California State Cross Country meet as a senior. So he started running as a high school freshman solely because his brother ran and he was looking for a place to hang out and a new group of friends. Freshman year didn't take it very seriously, but realized he was pretty fast. Really committed his senior season and took off. Luevino, who went to Boston University to be a marine biology major and wants to work in marine biology after his running career is done, is out in front, leading the pack of 16. Got through the first lap in about 70 seconds, so not a whole lot of messing around from Luevino and company. And a 14:10 PR for Luevino. That's really solid, 30 seconds better than the standard needed to get into this race. Luevino leads them through 600 meters in under 100 seconds. Luevino first, Joshua Schumacher runs in second. And the rest of the pack about 15 meters or so behind. Keep your eye on Alec Haynes in his first ever 5,000 meters on the track. Great 3,000 meter runner at Oklahoma State as a freshman. Finished 10th in the 3,000 at the Indoor Big 12 Championships. He was the Missouri State 3,200 champion as a high school junior and won 2 state cross-country championships with his Lafayette High School team. Get through the 800 and 212. They're moving so far for this 5,000. Get that 1,000 meter split with Lueveno and Schumacher leading the way. Chase Pack's led by Owen Wu right now. Lueveno was recruited by a number of schools in California, chose to go across the country to Boston University because he said, as they hit the 1,000 meter split at 2:47, he said he felt like Boston University had the best program out of the groups that were recruiting him. He really liked the coaches there, and said he was never homesick in his freshman season, living all the way across the country. Outside of the weather, he said there were a lot of similarities between Boston and Los Angeles, so he was comfortable there. His teammates really helped make him comfortable, and said he adjusted to the weather A-OK. Had a great season, 2 Patriot League championships, the 3,000 indoors and the 5,000 outdoors.
There we go, Paul.
Still Lueveno and Schumacher through 1,200 meters after a 2:47 first 1,000. Nick Wolk has moved up into 3rd place. Wolk just wrapped up his freshman season at Pittsburgh. He comes from a Pittsburgh family. He joked that he really didn't have a choice. His mom went to Pittsburgh. His dad went to Pittsburgh. His brother currently goes to Pittsburgh, so he's the 4th in the line running for the Panthers, and said it was always a dream of his to represent Pitt at the college and now here at the national level. .1,400 meters in the tank. Lueveno still has the lead. Lueveno said he really got an interest for marine biology a few years back. He loves the ocean, and said to him the idea that he could search the ocean, discover new species that haven't yet been discovered, really appealing to him. And as a Los Angeles native, he had plenty of time in the ocean in high school, and in Boston right on the Atlantic Ocean, so he's seen the Pacific and the Atlantic.
There we go, Paul.
Opening mile in about 4:32.
There you go. Good pace.
Pretty good pace in this 5,000 for Lueveno and Schumacher out in front. Walk behind in 3rd, and we'll see the gap here around this turn. Alec Haynes still hanging around in that 2nd pack. I mentioned Alec Haynes in his first ever 5,000 on the track, but a great 3,000 meter runner. You see him there in the orange of Oklahoma State. He also has one of the funniest Twitter handles of the group. He's a prolific tweeter. You can follow him at Haynes Underwear, and he fills his Twitter account with pearls like this. Here's a recent tweet from Alec Haynes. Quote, "If snapping turtles don't have thumbs, why are they called snapping turtles?" Really makes you think. So Haynes in the middle of that 2nd pack, currently sitting in 7th place. Fordham's Ryan Kutch right there as well, as is Drew Dorflinger, who is used to running against Paul Lueveno. Dorflinger was the Patriot League indoor champion in the 5,000. He finished 3rd in the 1,500 at the Patriot League outdoor championships for the Bison of Bucknell. Here comes the 2K split. 5:44 through 2K, so they did slow a bit there through 5 laps. After a 2:47 1K, they go 2:57 on the 2nd 1,000. That's allowed that Chase Pack to come back to Lueveno a bit. Nick Wolk still leads that 2nd group. Field has started to splinter a bit. 2 in the lead, and then 9 in that secondary pack. 5 have fallen off the pace. You can see as they cross the start-finish line, also handing out the awards for the Junior 5,000 women's race, which was won by Sam Drop of Georgia. Lueveno still leads, Schumacher in 2nd, but the pack has caught up to Paul Lueveno, who shot out early. Nick Wolk is there in 3rd place. And then Michigan's Jacob Branch has moved up into 4th. Michigan's Isaac Harding in 5th. Alec Haynes running in 6th place for Oklahoma State, and Ryan Kutch from Fordham in 7th. Kutch, the A10 10,000 meter champion only a few weeks ago as a freshman for Fordham. He was a high school All-American running at St. Anthony's down in New York City. All-American 2-mile runner. He's a finance major at Fordham in his freshman year. Wolk and Luevino shoulder to shoulder out in front. Here's Nick Wolk, who's now currently in first, then Luevino, Schumacher, and Harding. Alec Haynes moving up into 5th place. Six and a half laps in the books. Pace has slowed a little bit again. It was a 71-second lap that time with Wolk leading the way. Paul Luevino going right through that lead pack and dropping off. Luevino, the #1 seed, did a lot of work early, and now he has fallen back to 7th, and he's losing contact with that lead group. Here comes Alec Haynes moving up the outside behind Nick Wolk. Joe Schumacher is still in the middle of that mix as well, and the 2 Michigan runners, Harding and Branch, in 4th and 5th. Already through 7 laps. Get the 3K split here as they cross the 7.5 lap mark. Nick Wolk leads a group of 6 runners competing for 2 spots at the Junior Pan Am Games through the 3,000 meter mark at 8:44. So a 2:47 first 1,000, a 2:57 second 1,000, and now a 3-minute even third 1,000. 8:44 through the 3K. The pace has slowed on a warm day in Sacramento, where the high will get up to about 100 degrees. Wolk, Schumacher, Branch, Harding, and Haynes, your top 5. Kutch trying to keep contact in 6th, but there is a little canyon. Also hanging around wearing hip number 13 is Daniel Schaffer. He's currently in 6th. Kutch has fallen back to 7th. And Caleb Covell from Rochester, New York, running for the University of Buffalo, is there in 8th place. Covell had a great freshman season running in the MAC, where they have some really strong distance runners. Covell was a 5th place finisher at the MAC Outdoor Championships in the 5,000. One mile to go, and there's Joseph Schumacher, who went out with Luevino early. He takes over the lead for the first time. Four laps remaining. Joshua Schumacher continuing to lead. Of course, his dad, the coach of the Bowerman Track Club. So good running stock in this group. We mentioned Nick Wolk is a brother at Pittsburgh as well. You have a couple of Michigan runners in this group of 6 competing for the USATF Championship in the lead pack, and also competing for a spot on that junior team at the Pan Am Games. Schumacher still in front. Pretty impressive that he went out hot with Luevino, running a 2:47 first K while the rest of the pack sat back, and he still has the legs here with 1,200 meters to go. Three laps remaining. Nick Wolk has moved back in front, and then Alec Haynes again. I talked a little bit earlier about his prolific tweeting. Wonder what the tweet will say if he wins the championship today. Again, you'll have to follow at Haynes Underwear for those pearls of wisdom from Alec Haynes. Speaking of Twitter, if you want updates throughout the course of the day on everything happening on the track here in Sacramento, follow at USATF. They're updating with live results throughout the day. We're glad to have you on USATF.tv. A little bit of pushing and shoving led to Jacob Branch stepping onto the rail. Branch has fallen back to 6th, and now it's Isaac Harding in 5th. 4th place belongs to Daniel Schaffer. Your top 3, Schumacher, Walk, and Haynes all battling. Went past the 4K mark at about 11:44, so roughly another 3-minute split on the last 1,000. Now 800 meters remain. Walk and Haynes 1-2. Schumacher 3. Schaffer 4. And Harding 5. 5 runners competing for 2 spots on the USA team for the Junior Pan Am Games. Less than 800 meters to decide the USATF Junior Outdoor Champ in the 5,000. Nick Walk's done a lot of the leading work. He led the chase pack over the first couple 1,000 meters. He's been out in front a lot of this group of 5 since taking over the lead. Walk 19 years old, now he gives way to Harding. Isaac Harding, who just wrapped up his first year at Michigan, moves into first. Isaac Harding in first, Nick Walk in second. 3rd place for Haynes, 4th for Schumacher. Just hanging on, wearing hip number 13 in 5th is Daniel Schaffer. Here's Nick Walk still ahead as they hit the bell lap. 400 meters to go. Let's see who has the kick in this group of 5. Schumacher moving to the outside, trying to pull himself up from 4th. Remember, Haynes is usually a 3,000 or 1,500 runner, so he should have good finishing speed. And in the orange, Haynes moves into 2nd, looking to get wide around the leader, Walk. Harding falling back off the pace in 5th. Daniel Schaffer moving along the rail. He's up into 3rd, overtaking Schumacher. Walk gritting his teeth, trying to hold his form with 200 meters to go, 4,800 meters behind him. USATF Junior Championship on the line. Walk and Haynes have left Schumacher and Schaffer behind. Nick Walk digging deep down the home stretch. Alec Haynes behind him, racing for the junior national title. Nick Walk and Alec Haynes. Few meters remaining, and it's Nick Walk pulling away. Nick Walk wins the USATF Junior Championship. Alec Haynes takes 2nd. 14:26.54 for Pittsburgh's Nick Walk. Alec Haynes out of Oklahoma State 2nd. Daniel Schaffer takes 3rd, about a half a second behind Haynes. Joshua Schumacher is 4th. Robinson Snyder 5th. Isaac Harding 6th. Caleb Covell 7th. How about this? At the end of a 5,000, a day where the temperature is already close to 90 degrees, Nick Walk ran a 59-second final 400. Broke the minute mark in his last 400 meters. Nick Walk, your USATF Junior Champion in the 5,000 meters. Alec Haynes takes 2nd and earns that 2nd spot on the Junior Pan Am team for Team USA. Both will be on their way to Peru. Daniel Schaffer will be the first alternate, finishing in 3rd place. Now that was a fun 5,000 meters. You had that group of 5 heading into the final lap, and a real sprint to the finish. You could see Nick Walk was fighting it at the end, gritting his teeth, trying to hold his form, but he had enough to gut his way across the line. And the runner who just wrapped up his freshman year in the ACC at Pittsburgh is the USATF Junior National Champ in the 5,000 meters. So your full results assembled. You see it there. Walk, Haynes, and Schaffer, your top 3. Through the 15th place finisher, Rob Leverone. Paul Luevino, who led through 3,000 meters, faded at the end and did not finish. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the 110-meter hurdles from the junior men's decathlon. That's coming up next here on USATF.tv.